Hey y'all, how y'all doing? Y'all, I was trying my best to do a live yesterday, but y'all, I was so pooped yesterday after work. Like after my second job, I was pooped, right? I had to be at home with my kid. Now, that sounds bad, but y'all, I was when I was walking back to my apartment with my toddler, um I realized I ain't done this like walking back to the house with him all day. Hold on, y'all. I'm about to put you on a quick mute. I'm sorry about that. Hey Alexis, how you doing today? So y'all, I did not know. I did not have not one clue. So it was like a bittersweet moment. Like this literally like my last baby, right? And this is like my other kids. I used to spend like days, like I used to like have afternoons with them, and I before I became like a 100% workaholic, and I did not see my kids. I used to spend time with them. Like my daughter, we used to. I wasn't driving the bus at the time, but me and my daughter used to take days and go on the city bus and have lunch together. We would go to Walmart. And y'all, I just remember those days. So now I have this little boy, and all he does is drive me crazy. He drives me crazy. And I'm like, oh my gosh, when can I go back to work? I can't. But I didn't realize that bittersweetness thing I had with me and him. Like, oh my gosh. So I went and bought us some McDonald's breakfast because I was like, boy, I am not making you no pancakes. Okay. I don't know who you think this is. I am no home mom. Okay. So we went to go get him his McGriddle patties because he don't like the pancakes. So he also eat the McGriddle patties. Like you can buy the patties without the meat and the eggs in it. So I bought that, and y'all, it's only $1. Like, and that filled him up, so he's good. Because when I tell you he didn't turn around and ask for no lunch, I was like, "What? You want no food?" He's like, mm-mm. He shook his head, and then he went take his nap at like I think 11 o'clock. He took his nap until like probably about 3 o'clock. But y'all, I'm about to take a picture of myself of what I prepared for yesterday with that alarm thing came on. I was trying to get him to take the picture, but he wasn't having it. He was like, "Girl, you crazy." But I must put that in my community post probably tonight of how I prepared for, that alarm system that happened all around the world at 1:20 Central Time, like it'll be 2 o'clock. Um, but y'all, I just enjoyed my little self with that little baby. I enjoyed myself with him. When I tell you I enjoyed myself, I really did. I didn't realize. Yeah, they did. They had like, well, one person sent it to me, and I was like, "Did they put this on there?" And then other people started, reposting it on like social media and stuff like that. But it actually did. It actually had an alarm yesterday. But I tell y'all a little bit about it. What I did, girl. Yeah, I think I'm finished with my son because y'all, you just gotta understand. I enjoy the little time with that little boy I had with him. Like I enjoyed it, but I don't know if y'all ever seen the movie The Signs, right? That's that Mel Gibson movie. I'm gonna mess up his name, but his last name is Phoenix, and I think Dakota. I think the little girl name was Dakota that played in Signs, and that was a sharecropping the crop signs and stuff like that. That's the movie. The dude direct Seven Cents and I think Dam Village or Village Dam or some Village. He also directed the Signs. So if y'all a fan of his work, y'all know what type of vibe he has, right? So in the scene, yeah, Dakota Fanning. Okay, so in the scene, they're sitting in the closet with their aluminum foil hat, right? So I'm on the phone and my friend was like, "Don't forget to turn off your phone or put it on airplane mode because your phone will go off, everything will go off at this time." When I tell y'all, my mind started wandering. I'm like, oh my gosh, we about to turn into zombies. We about to get captured. Not like in real life thing. I was just, making fun of it. So before it started, before I started, I sent a picture to my friend before, she gonna turn off her phone. Like she turned her phone off at 12 and then it turned on at 1 o'clock. So y'all know that's cooking hat, that cooking pan that y'all cook like or for barbecue or something like that y'all won't wash dishes. I had an extra one in my house. So I put it on my head and took a picture of it. so, so I'm gonna put that on my community post. I was ready, okay? I was ready for anything that took place. Y'all would sit there and make fun of that junk. Okay. But and that one of my friends was like, I trust in the Lord. I said, yeah, I trust in the Lord too. But the Lord also had gave us the Sign movie, okay? But y'all, when I tell you I have a fun time with y'all know my morning job, I'm solo. I'm in the office by myself, I'm crunching numbers, and and I also listen to like stuff. So this is like my interaction that I have with people sometimes. That's sad and scary at the same time. So when I had got a second job that I'm dealing with people, I have a different love for them because y'all can understand my life used to be so boring. I used to go to work, come home, I was predictable. But now that I have a little bit of life, like a little bit of life, I want to love and I want to be loved and I want to, I want to experience friendship. I want to experience laughter. I want to experience so much that I never did that as after I had my first child. I think I wanted love, but I never wanted it as much as I do. I want laughter. I want friends. You know what I'm saying? So I know you can't really gain all that in like one day. You gotta really search inside of you. Like this, sometimes some things are inside of you. Um, but now I have a little adventure. I do. I travel and y'all, I'm not one of those people that want to travel. Like one of my friends was like, hey, you need to do this. And I was talking to my hairdresser and she was going to Ecuador. No, was she going? I'm sorry, Venezuela. When she told me the tickets for her round ticket to Venezuela from here to North Carolina, there, one trip was $73. What? $73. And her hotel for an upscale hotel was $95 for 3 days. Y'all, I'm like, are you kidding me? Like, I'm in the wrong part of the am I like thinking little? Like, because y'all, that's like a very cheap vacation for I think the weekend. And not only did she's going, she talked to one of her friends, and she's going with her husband. Yes, in American dollars, yes. But and if I'm not mistaken, I think she said Venezuela. But and I was like, oh my gosh, am I not living? Because I'm thinking a vacation is like going to a cruise, going to Jamaica. I never thought of those places. And she told me she's gonna send me some pictures, and she advised me to get your passport and go to certain countries. Don't go to these big tourist, countries, because people might not, they brush these countries off, and you get pleasure. You'll get pleasure going to these countries because you might hit it at the right time of the year, like carnival, like some of these places they're big with certain things that people don't think of. But yeah, I just want to live. Like y'all, I didn't know I was touching 40. Yeah, you're like, girl, how you don't know you touching 40? But I'm touching 40. But y'all, let's get into the meat and potatoes. Yeah, the meat and potatoes of this thumbnail. So y'all, let me share my disclaimer. The fun, what is it? The free use. Girl, I'm everywhere with this. Hold on. Um, so we're gonna share a screen real quick. All right. Share. This is the fair use. Come on, y'all. A copyright disclaimer, okay? This is a personal use tip and a educational tip only, okay, y'all? So y'all got into that meat and potato right there. Let's go into it. We're gonna stop sharing that one, and we're going back here, and we're going to this right here, y'all. Cause y'all, when she said this, this took me when she said this right here, baby, I was like, this girl got to be retarded. She got to be retarded. All right, y'all. I just want y'all to hear what I heard. Okay, that's all. I just want y'all to hear what I heard. Come. So I'm going to go back. I'm going to play it real quick. Hold on, y'all. This is shocking to me. Okay, we're right here, y'all. Ding. Y'all, let me stop sharing this. Y'all, did y'all see that? Oh, you couldn't hear it. Okay. Hold on, y'all. I don't know. Could y'all hear it? Y'all couldn't hear it. No sound. Basically, Jazz had said, this is what Jazz basically said, that the lady asked her, you can't hear Jazz. Let me see it. I don't know if I did something wrong. Hold on, y'all. Okay, I'm sorry, y'all. Y'all, I am still learning how to do this. I gotta still work on it, y'all. I still have to work on it, y'all. Please excuse me. Basically, Jazz said that the lady asked her for a drug and alcohol test, y'all. When I, y'all, do y'all understand? They don't even test you for marijuana. Can y'all hear me? They don't even test you for marijuana. So why would they ask you to get tested for an alcohol test? Now, Jazz, at this case, I really starting to believe you really got an open case. Not, and this is like hardcore open case. They don't test for alcohol. They don't. Yeah, I really wish somebody. Now, I'm not trying to risk nobody losing their job unless you really don't want to work there. I really wish somebody just like pull up her information because they don't test for alcohol. They don't. They don't even test for weed. Like if you know, she had just showed y'all that whole list of drugs, and they don't test for weed. They don't even test for weed nowadays. Now it's funny because I think this county just stopped testing for marijuana for like the police force. Like you, yeah, they don't test for marijuana for the police force. You get what I'm saying? The military might still do, but yeah, the police force they don't test for marijuana. That's crazy. So why would they test you for alcohol? I'm sorry, Jazz, you over there struggling. I don't even think they care if you want drugs at this point. We just saw you put extra pasta and no offense, y'all, not picking on people that can't afford food. I'm just being as honest as possible. You had to put extra pasta in your hamburger helper. Do you remember that? Do you really think that somebody's coming knocking at your door to see if you drunk? We know you can barely buy food. You only buying alcohol for that man. So your alcohol, you don't even have an alcohol problem because you can't even, you know what I'm saying? Like people that is an alcoholic, there's functional alcoholics. There's I just don't give a damn alcoholics. And then there's people that you barely drink. And I'm being honest with you. Most drinkers don't keep empty bottles. Like they keep full bottles. You just need to show people that you do drink. That's it. People that's an alcoholic, they keep that little stand of alcohol. They keep that thing, full. They throw the bottle away. They don't keep it for a trophy. Stop lying on certain situations because guess what? You're going to get somebody really effed up one day. They're going to go and somebody's going to call CPS and they're going to be like, well, you didn't call and ask if you could see my house. You just came by because they demand that. They demand that. You know that. They just come in the house. And if you don't act right, and then you already have an open case, because what you're describing is an open case situation. You're not describing open cases such as um, allegations. You got a full open case. If they're communicating with you just enough that you can program the phone number, guess what, darling? You have an open case. There's no allegations, there's nothing. You have an open case. Now, am I saying she can be lying? Yes, she can be lying, but it's basically an open case, darling. And for them to call you allegations, they can call you. But asking you for a drug test on a regular, you just did a drug test. There's certain, I don't know if y'all know, there's certain time frames that they can request a drug test. And a lot of people don't know that. Um, like for example, they have to show in court why they think they need to re-drug test you. They have to get a judge to sign off on that or their manager to sign off on that. They can't just ask you if you're going to do another drug test because that is money that's coming out of that department. That's the reason why. So there's a time frame like, okay, you give this person a drug test. Now, every case is different. So don't come on here and talking about, well, they just test me every week. If you're notorious for having drugs in your system or if it's flaky or something like that, yeah, they can. But you just went somewhere and got a drug test. Normally, we all know that you can give somebody a drug test right at that location or at their house. Yeah. So that means to me that you're bullshitting me. Me as I feel offended as I'm retarded or something. I am. Let me read some of y'all. I personally think this is just me. She does probably have like I'm sorry. She probably do have an open case. And definitely if, for example, if Chris came over and there was some type of DB, that's when you'll have an open case. Yes, you will. Majority of the time I feel like the kids are going back home, going to school, speaking on a lot of stuff that takes place in that household. Because she did that live and it made me wonder. That live made me wonder, she what was she like really expressing something that's taking place? Like yeah, we joke about, Chris gone and stuff like that. And if he's gone, he's gone. But I just really feel like there's more to Jazz than just YouTube. And it might be, like I always said, a neighbor. It might be a teacher. It might be a family member. I think it's more than just us on YouTube. They can do that. I didn't never heard of them having something permanently. I just know the ins and outs of certain things. And Jazz, they don't give you a drug alcohol test. Girl, bye. Girl, bye. I mean, that's the case. We don't. I can see you was underage. I can see that to do. I can't even see it then. Okay. Well, also when you just said that, wise man, let me tell you something. CPS can be called from your doctors too. You know that, right? Um, and for you to come on here and say, y'all bothering me, y'all harassing me. Well, if your kids are not of scale, um, most doctors are now taking that junk serious as hell. Like, I'll be honest with you, if Nika don't record her CPS worker, and we know she got one, like we know she got like something still open. There's something still open with Nika. We know that. I don't know the ins and outs or why, but there's something going on with Nika. So at the end of the day, y'all, I just be like, what is coming on to these moms? What is like I'm trying to understand how to be a mom. Not this is a joking moment, okay? I'm trying to understand how to be a mom like these YouTube moms. The moms that can go to bed every night knowing that somebody else is raising, teaching their children, and you're content with having beef beyond beef with other people. I never understand that. I never understand getting pregnant and not seeing your other kids grow up in front, and you letting somebody else let your children grow up in front of your eyes. It's gonna be, you know what I'm saying? Like, you rather them feel a certain way, and then when they come to you, you want to be like, I'm super mom. See what I can do? But then it's like the rest of the days, it's like F you. All right. I never understood how a woman will continue to have babies beyond babies and she ain't going nowhere in life. Nowhere. You got 4 kids and you and your man is talking you lower and lower every year. I'm sorry. I know we all have hard times. Trust me, I saw my mom go through hard times. And I also saw her husband. They had hard times together. I saw her husband getting better and better. Yeah, it wasn't like, okay, they was multi-millionaires. No. But when he met my mom, she stayed in the project. Oh, shocker, right? And then he got her out the projects into like a little, not the best looking home, but it wasn't a project. She didn't have to worry about gunshots and us coming off the bus seeing somebody get stabbed to death. He did better. Then he got her a house, and then he got a better job. I seen that. Never have I seen him put her in a slum and kept her there. Never, never. So I do know there's certain hard times, and there's just times that somebody just say, "Fuck you and these kids." That's what your man is saying, Diamond. I never know somebody, y'all. I'm guilty for this. I am 100 guilty for this. Enjoying a meal to myself, right? Okay, I just got paid, and I want some snake skin bites, and I want some snake skin bites, and I want some cheesy baked mashed potatoes, and I want this drink. whatever drink I desire at this restaurant, and I'm gonna eat that, and I give my kids something later. I make them something. I have those days. I've been wrong if I said I didn't. Okay. But I do have my selfish days. And my kid be like, did you go to this restaurant? And I'm like, yeah. Without us? Yeah. But do I do it every day? No. And I don't even own not one damn can of poker beans. Now you might find some bush baked beans, but I don't have a can of poker beans in my house. And my kids don't care for hot dogs. So you won't never catch me open a can of poker beans and some hot dogs and say, this is a meal, y'all, and some mushy rice. You won't. There's no point of me doing that. There's no struggle bus that I don't have. I think my struggle kids are me buying noodles. And that might be their struggle meal. That they can go back and say, yeah, my mom, she had some noodles, and but these are the noodles in the bowl, and we just put them in the microwave and eat them. I never seen Nika just buy sandwich meat. I never seen Nika just, she had a Lord, please. Lord is still working on me. But y'all, when I saw that roast, stop the camera. I was like, damn, my kids, oh, we overeat here. Okay. We overeat. That little roast, y'all. If Planet sees this later, Planet, thank you for Planet. Y'all don't know me. Is it Mimi Planet? Planet Mimi? If y'all don't know Planet Mimi, she had to go check her out. That roast was so small for 10 kids. That roast was so small for 10 kids, y'all. And she had about like, I'm gonna say Mimi said it was 10, it was 7 chicken legs. I'm gonna say it was like 12. But baby, she's talking about, ooh, I said, well, what? Girl, that roast, I was like, you know what? Our family eats too much. What our family do? Our family eats extremely too much now. But I don't even buy roast. You know what I do? I get maybe like two chuck eye steaks, and that's like the cheaper version of a ribeye. And it's still like got a nice fat, and it's like caramelized, it's marbleized inside. It's really nice. I like it. I would eat that if I can't afford ribeyes that week. I would eat a chuck eye. Okay, so and I sear it and then dice it. I dice it and put it in the pot, the crock pot. When after I sear them on both sides, I dice them and then put them in the crock pot. Put my potatoes, but Nika, she didn't have not one potato in there. She didn't have one onion. And she said, well, my kids about to eat good. Like, where? The juice? The juice? Girl, but I never understood that. Hold on. Y'all said something. You know what? That is so crazy to me, too. Y'all, I know men, they, y'all, if y'all have kids, I do apologize and they're listening to me. But the only thing men love is coming inside of you. That's it. When women realize that, that's the only thing men love is coming inside of you. They don't have to pull out. That's safe haven. And you become that woman real quick that just let a man just come in you. That's on you. That's the only thing that men love. Okay, they don't care about the consequences. They don't care what comes out, what don't come out. That's what all they care about. Okay, trust me. I've been on this. I've been dealing with men since about 19, maybe like 22 years. Yeah, I should know what their agenda is. Some men genuinely love women. Some men, they genuinely will always love a female. But y'all know, if a man is not willing to have a level up with you, no matter how many babies you pop out, Diamond, he got you sitting. Y'all not even sitting in the house. He's rubbing your neck. And you sitting there somebody, oh, I'm so sore. He's talking about, well, that's probably all the moving you was doing. What do you mean? All the moving you was, girl, that was just like, that just threw me to a loop, okay? That threw me to a loop. All the moving you was doing. He's just rubbing you, you outside. Y'all have no type of interaction other than him playing his game, making music, and y'all just hunching all day. Y'all can't tell me you content with this man during the daytime rubbing your neck. That is your luxury. Where's your man at? I don't know. I haven't built him yet. And Biden haven't released those Martians. So when Biden released those Martians, I'll be the first one on that list to get me an alien husband. Y'all, I'm being dead ass. Like, as soon as Biden released them, I'm coming. Y'all, goodbye to humans, human men, okay? Girl, I never understood that. Why is he not at work? Why is this a norm? I'm sorry. I know some of y'all love Chrissy. And like I said, I love me Chrissy. Okay. This new Chrissy I don't like. I love Chrissy. Chrissy is the mom that is makes something out of nothing. Um, I love that Chrissy mom. Okay. I love her creativity. I love um the interaction she has with her children when it's organic, not when it's push. Okay, that's a totally different Chrissy. That's the new Chrissy. Um, I like the thinking through, the figuring it out shit. I like that Chrissy. I really do. I really genuinely love that Chrissy. But this new Chrissy, let me put a wig on. Let me tell y'all a story. Let me tell you some lies. And now she's sitting here moving her damn house while she was just vacationing with a man in New York. And I'm like, girl, your man couldn't buy you a mover, but he could take you to New York? Make that make sense. I really want to understand being a mom that I spend majority of my time in worrying about what other people say, then make a meal before my kids. Y'all, I did not cook my kids, but I cooked the prior night when I got work on what night was that? Tuesday. So I cooked Tuesday night when I got work. And so my kids can have Wednesday meal because I'll be at work at night. Okay. So that's how I typically do it. But then like tonight I'm off. So my kids been yelling for nachos. I know, right? So I'm about to make my nacho thing, and we're about to have a movie night, and we're gonna eat some nachos, and most likely we're gonna do something scary because hey, why not? It's October. So, but my thing is, you're at home all day. Your mind is consumed with this YouTube shit that you can't even deal with your children. Like all your kids need is their mom, but you want to be on the camera lying about your CPS ladies asking you for alcohol tests. Make that make sense. You're lying again. Like, I don't understand why we gotta lie. And there's more moms like this, y'all. They're getting built every day. These are just the phototype of these mommies on YouTube. And it's getting worse and worse. Like y'all thought Diamond was like getting worse. Diamond is worse. She's a phototype. Okay. You all you gotta do is train. It's crazy. Now, some, women, like, we're gonna talk. Like, if you on my channel, we're gonna talk. Y'all know women, some women are not the cleanest things in the world, okay? Trust me. I am one of those people that got like 7 to 8 bras laying on my and I don't care. Y'all be like, girl, that's nasty. But I take the bra and it's like laying on, well, over my couch. So what I do typically do is when it's wash day for panties and shirts and stuff like that, everyday clothes, I got my bras and I put them in the washer and then I dry them. So my bras never really see my bedroom. Okay, y'all, I'm just being honest. They're my bras. After I wash them, I hang them up or I put them in the little door knopper, and I let them air dry. So if a guy ever comes to my house and then you might see bras like laying on the couch, and then you go to another room, you'll see a bras hanging from the door, and you like, girl, this girl is messy. Yes, I understand mess. I promise you. But just to keep mess for a channel, for a that doesn't even make any sense to me. Well, I don't have any content, so you gotta live in filth. Y'all, now I'm talking about Diamond, because she's doing this clean pack with me, and I'm like, y'all didn't know y'all was about to move. What happened to clean as you go? Because that's what we do when you move. We do a major cleaning, right? And then all we have to do when we move out the house is basically vacuum, wipe down the walls, whatever you got to do, clean up the bathrooms, but trash, and we don't do all that. So when the moving day comes, I just need the people to move this shit out, and then when they finish that room, I vacuum. By the time they finish everything in the house, I'm walking out with the moving people. That's only makes sense to me. I don't know about nobody else. And Lexus, you know what? I feel like this. Peach McIntyre. We're gonna talk about Peach real quick. I was gonna do her own thumbnail, but y'all, y'all, I can't stop thinking what her sister said. Would effed her in every hole she had. Her belly button, y'all. But Peach created this everything is content to these low lives. And when I'm not talking about them in generally like their low lives, I'm just talking about the content that put out there is low life. All right. So when Peach said that, they was like, you know what? That's right. That's right. So let me keep on putting these titles up. I'm homeless with 9 kids. Um, I am I'm going through depression. This is how my house look. I'm going through. Y'all be like, why are you going through this? I fucking word. I'll get to the mopping in a minute. There's some things I just can't do. Y'all know, like some people say, I can't go to bed with a dirty kitchen. There's some things like I need a bathroom clean. I need this to be taken care of. I need my kids' floors clean. Y'all get what I'm saying? Like there's some things that that's a hell to a bugaboo to me. Okay. I let the pillows go a little crazy into the sideways before I go to bed. But there's some things that some people just can't tolerate. But these ladies, they don't mind it. They don't mind it because it's content. Like for example, I never like Nika's um her kitchen sink. Now look, Mimi, Planet Mimi, she pointed that shit out, okay? And all I could do was that would irk my nerves if I couldn't wash my dishes properly. I had to use something else. I had to have the water right. That would drive me crazy because I'm not accustomed to that. That would drive me effing crazy. If my I had to flip my hole over and turn my whole, yeah, I would. I'm like, yo, fix my sink, fix my sink. Unless I never knew nobody would put somebody in the house and the sink wasn't fully working, unless they was too shameful to let the people know, hey, I broke the sink. They'll fix it. It's crazy to me. It's crazy. Jazz is sitting here talking about, I didn't ask for nobody to buy my kids anything. Yes, you did. Did you remember you did have three quilts on your registry for the camera? Did you forget that? Yeah, you was trying to ask somebody to buy it, y'all. But Peach, we're going to go to Peach real quick. Peach, it's so funny. Peach is over there. Y'all think Peach going to the wake or the funeral? Now, to me, I can say she's safe if she goes to. I would say that she might be safe if she goes to the wake instead of the funeral, or she just might as well go to the funeral and sit all the way in the back because it seems like he's going to have a big turnout. Y'all, and I don't know this man personally. It just seems like he'll have a big turnout because there's a couple of people that's YouTubers. Um, Lorena Brown. I don't know if y'all check her channel out. She's a very sweet young lady. We call her auntie over there. If y'all go over there, you call her auntie automatically. Okay. Sometimes she be off her rockers, but that's between family. Okay. Y'all don't judge her. She's off her rockers sometimes. I'm gonna just let you know that if you don't know who she is, she typically knows the Peach family or the daddy side. So if I'm not mistaken, I think she's friends with the grandmother or the sister of Peach, the auntie of Peach. So y'all don't go over there. Don't make fun of her appearance and saying y'all came from me. No, don't do that. But Loretta Brown is actually telling some hardcore real truth about Peach and her siblings and her daddy. So when I went over there, and I've been checking her out for a while, but when I went over there, I did notice that she was saying that she might go to the wake, and y'all, that tells me a lot. Okay, then like she knows them firsthand. For her to be like, yeah, I can go to the wake and to the funeral, but you know how sometimes some people be lying too. So that's how I'm like feeling like Spectre. I need to see pictures. I need to see pictures sometimes, right? But I can say that I feel like she's more safe to go into the wake because people leave. People don't stay at wakes all day long. Okay, maybe some family members do that, but typically people they leave. Okay, and most families, like the hardcore family members, they don't stay at the wake all day. Okay, they probably barely go to the wake. The wake is probably for people that can't go to the funeral and say their goodbyes, or family members that come in town and they just want to have that little one-on-one intimate without being so looked upon. You get what I'm saying? So I get it. You know what? You know what I like about her? She would tell you, yeah, my teeth is messed up. I forgot how she talked. I said it a little one time. I got Google Woogle. I know my teeth is messed up. Yo, when I tell you, Loretta, Auntie, aka Auntie, I don't know why. I don't know why we call her Auntie over there, but I don't watch her all the time. I don't watch her all the time, but she is actually funny to me. She is very funny. She one of those people that gossip. Like she tell y'all everybody's tea, and you don't know who the hell she's talking about, but she's telling you somebody's tea, and she's good for it. Okay, but But I think Peach, and now when Peach got on here the other day, she did a short talking about how you gonna get me, boo. I know how to use my. I said, girl, you sound like the person that's about to get beat up. Y'all remember those kids at school? They be all that mouth, and then at the end of the day, they want to run to the guidance counselor, and the guidance counselor gives them that little last confirmation, like you fucked up, but this is what you're gonna do. So she gonna go on here talking about I'm not going with my husband, and I'm going to have my 7 kids, and I can use my words. I don't have to use violence. I was like, Peach, you could tell Peach got her butt whipped, or she got threatened a lot by the other kids. Girl, Peach give me the vibes. Like her mom was sitting there talking about Pete wasn't a bad kid. She just had a smart ass mouth towards adults, and adults didn't like it. And I can see that. I can 100% see that. And now I can see why she probably don't have like a career choice, because she's very smart. She's very smart mouth. She's a very smart mouth person. So I can see it. I can 100% see it. Hands down. You know what? And I love Auntie Loretta Brown, but you could tell that she was partying. She was a party hard in like the 90s and the 80s, okay? And if she's from Florida, I can see it. She looked like she's the type that party hard. And she also talked about she used to, she knew Tracy. So I'm like, okay, she said that they used to run together, like they used to hang out. But she seems a little bit older than Tracy. Um, and maybe the hard life might make her look older than what she actually is. Because y'all, my mom is 20 years older than me. And you can tell that she's older. She's getting older with her little wrinkles, her natural wrinkles. But it took people a long time to realize she didn't look like she had a 20-year-old daughter. My mom was like, I was 25 when I was 24 when I had my daughter. And we got out the hospital and they congratulated my mother. And I'm like, I'm the one that had the baby. What are you talking about? Oh my gosh, you don't even look like you're 17. I'm not 17, I'm 20. And my mom looked like she could, my mom is my mom. I love that woman. Yeah, I love that woman, by the way. She gets on my nerves, but I love her. I really do. I love my mom. But yeah, I don't know. I don't know what's going to come. Or maybe, you know what? I'm thinking about Jazz right now. Are these like quick money schemes? Like, let me get on here and let me talk about something. Let me start controversial. Um, Let me play on the idea that Chris is not there. Yeah, and I started really probably when people started like putting like his birthday and stuff like that. For some odd reason, I feel like Jazz is about to do a birthday drop video. She's about to drop a video, and I think Chris might be there, y'all. I personally do. Um, well, be honest with you, and I believe this too. Minding your business, drinking your water will stop the aging. Mhm. I really believe that. Mhm. Let me ask y'all a question. Okay, so y'all know if y'all been with me, I don't do these quick relationship panels. I don't do none of that. I don't. I don't even like advice from other people that need to tell me about my dating life. Okay. I feel like this. I love who I love. I love organically, um, genuine. So I don't need your validations of what's real love versus what's not. Okay. So I told somebody else, like, she's like, well, would you do a panel with us? Like, would you talk about romance and love and stuff like that, and how, single women and want to find love? And I said, no, because I personally feel like people like to talk in circles, and you're not really understanding what you need out of the situation. You got a lot of people telling you facts, their personal opinions, and they not actually helping you to learn how to find love, or how to give love and how to receive love. So she was like, that was rude. And I was like, no, I meant what I meant. Majority of y'all are talking in circles. What y'all doing is taking advice from other people, and then they're basically trying to throw it up as their own. And you got all these advice from everybody throwing up bad advice from the original source. And that's just me. So I love y'all. If I find myself hoodwinked by a person that didn't have any good intentions, that's what I did. You know what I'm saying? Um, I also have to understand that everybody's love language is not my love language. That is a big factor, I feel, in you when you dating, is somebody's love language is not your love language. You know what I'm saying? So you might be lovey dovey, kissy kissy, and this person just want to chill, and he just want to relax with you. He just want to see you, and he don't need to really tell you that. He just can do it. So sometimes we're looking as a fairy tale for the wrong things. We just gotta learn ourselves in the process of finding love. And y'all, and I just did not like how she said I was being rude when I said listening to y'all makes me feel like y'all talking in circles. Y'all, y'all gotta understand. Everybody wants to be a relationship guru. Y'all. Hey, hey, Pina. How you doing, darling? Everybody wants to be a relationship guru. Yeah, I'm telling you, if that's not one trend, y'all, I just want somebody to be a new guru. I don't care what it is. I need you to be a new guru. Yeah, y'all, but people are very passionate. That's what it is. I think people are super passionate about what they feel and what they think and what they think they discovered, that they want everybody to be on board. I just can't be on board with the romance guru. I love who I love. And if it don't work out, it just don't work out. Am I gonna cry and go and join those? No. Mm-mm. Once upon a time we had like 5 million health gurus. Now we got like 20,000 relationship gurus, and y'all, just alone on like TikTok, everybody will come and say the exact same thing, right? And y'all never paying attention to some of these people. Like, I think this lady is so cute, and I listen to her, but she be contradicting with every other video that she does. So, for example, she'll say, that man that you got, if he ain't buying you flowers, he ain't buying you this, he ain't buying you that, he don't love you. Don't you do it. They what she'll say at the end, she said, date wisely, because I said so, something like that. Y'all, she's very cute with it. And then next minute she'll say, you don't need no man to buy you flowers. And then she'll just contradict herself. And if you pay attention to the messages that she says, and you're like not focusing, you will be stuck on what she says, and then that's how you want to trigger your whole dating advice, okay? Before you listen to another one of her things, and then you want to trigger it to another. So I just say, if you don't fall in love naturally by yourself, it's never going to work for you. But I, like I always said before, I would love to be like in love. But again, you have to learn somebody. You have to learn somebody. And that's the reason why I think it was so wise back in the day when people, um, family just marry you off. And I'm going to sue my mother because she didn't marry she didn't marry me off, and she let me figure it out. I'm about to sue her. She didn't take care of me. That was neglect. But no, seriously, when back in the day when parents used to marry their children off, they had to be forced to learn each other. Nowadays we're not forced to learn each other. It's my way or your way or the highway. And that's the reason why we got so much. I always say you can't fall out of love with somebody. You genuinely are a loving person like I am. You can't fall out of love with somebody. Now you can dislike them for as the time comes, but you really can't really fall out of love with somebody. Like that statement right there just tells me like I fall out in love with my children. Like y'all get what I'm saying? Like that's a certain love. Like everybody's love is different. The bond is different. But when I hear women say that or a person say, I just fell out of love with her. No, you just only like the conveniency of what y'all had at the time. That's it. You never had love. Yeah, because they don't know what they're talking about. You know, y'all just look at like the men. Just look at the men recently. Jack, what's his name? Derek Jackson and Steve Harvey. Y'all, Steve Harvey cheated on both of his wives before he married Marjorie, right? He cheated on both of them, right? No shame in his game. And then he wrote a book and women went crazy and started buying it. Oh my gosh, I gotta read like think like a man. Oh, but he couldn't help his two wives think like a man. You get what I'm saying? You know, not this Jackson embarrassed his wife not once but twice, and didn't have any problem with doing that. And then come back on here like gaslighting the whole situation. Well, we wasn't really together, and she knew what it was, and she knew what type of woman I wanted to be with. You know, just whole gaslighting the whole thing. You said I don't want what my mama picked for me. Y'all, I'm just being I actually have like I actually, if I'm not mistaken, my aunt that just passed away, I think her husband was arranged marriage. I think so. Her husband was arranged marriage. I don't think she had the opportunity to get married to the man that she really wanted to get married to. I think I think that was arranged marriage. And they stayed together until, they had kids together. But she basically had to learn him. She had to learn him. So, were they lovers? Probably not. They wasn't like passionate lovers like we can have today. But again, he did right by her. Her kids never had a want for anything. You get what I'm saying? That's the difference. Like they stayed in the same house. Like, yeah, that might not be an upgrade to some of us, like in the same house with I think she had six kids or seven kids, four girls, two boys. Six. She had six kids. Yeah, she had six kids. And you couldn't tell her anything. Y'all get what I'm saying? So everybody's different, y'all. Everybody's different. Yes, we do. We do. We really do fall for the good looking and smooth until we start adding shit up. Like when you get older, now you add shit up. Like, for example, this is only a joke, y'all. If a man like does any like arrangements, financial arrangements with me, I tell him straight up, I'm no cash app hoe. Okay, so you gonna hand me the cash. So I look at that like I look at like small things like I don't certain things don't woo me no more. Like having a nice car don't woo me unless you. And now what woos me with the car is if your tank is full, that woos me. And you want my tank to be full, that woos me. Not for financial gain. It just that means you're responsible. I'm cool with a man being broke if he have his own place to stay, his own car, he can make a meal. That woos me now. Okay, that woos me because he's broke for a reason. But if he don't have his own house, his own car, and he broke, that don't woo me. Mm-mm. You know, small things woo me. Okay, it does. Small things woo me now. You know, but y'all, I I am done. I want to talk about Peach a little bit, but I have to do her own thumbnail, y'all. But Peach is funny to me, y'all. I'm enjoying Peach. Like I'm enjoying this thing, but I don't know if y'all notice. Like Tracy is coming alive, y'all, and I really hope that Tracy never. Not that I don't want the mother and daughter bond to ever get recovered. Like, cause I feel like one day Peach is going to need the main sources back. That's her sister, her brother, her mama. For some odd reason, Peach always put them down to glorify herself mentally. Um, Peach never had to go to the house and stop her mama from using the lawnmower to cut her hair. Y'all get what I'm saying? Peach never need to talk about or she never discussed um her brother trying to jump off the cliff. Because there's a certain boundaries. People work with themselves inside. You know what I'm saying? So I think that Peach, something's going to happen dramatic. Her dad is not dramatic enough. Something's going to have to take her out mentally for her to understand to stop playing. Because she plays with life too much. Not just like she plays with certain things. She likes to poke at certain things. Like, oh, y'all broke. Y'all broke. Y'all want to get money like me. Be a YouTube creator. Da 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 da. You know, she plays with like her privilege. Like she went to Best Buy recently and said, "Hey, I spent all this money on Best Buy and they won't allow me to buy me my kids 3 phones, and I'm gonna record him. I got the right to record him." I was like, "Girl, if you had recorded me while I was at my little paycheck to paycheck job, I would not have my paycheck to paycheck job. You won't have a camera. You won't even have windows. I will bust out your windows. I will go to jail that day because you're not going to humiliate me in front of this good old Beyonce YouTube for content." Because that's what you did. You tried to humiliate this man. Now, and y'all gotta understand how I looked at it. She tried to humiliate this man as she was bigger than him, and he was working at Best Buy. You get what I'm saying? I don't know if y'all understand that. That's a humiliation. Like I can afford all this, and I spent all this money here, and you don't know how to treat people. You're not privileged. I'm sorry. You a black, nappy head little girl. I'm black too, y'all. You're broke like the rest of us. I don't care what your dollar sign says, but you can't even keep it. Like y'all said, she don't even have insurance. But I bet you Josh got insurance with his company. You don't have insurance with Google, but you supposed to be one of the biggest YouTuber rags to riches stories. I'm sorry. You think Robert Benjamin don't have insurance with Google? Now y'all don't know who Robert Benjamin is. He is somebody that works with YouTube actually to help people to be content creators. Yeah. You telling me YouTube don't have insurance that they're giving you? Or no, you still working for content. Make that make sense. I never understood Peach. I doubt very seriously she runs her business like a business. Like that's crazy. She got on here and started talking bad about her mother. No, her aunt. So y'all, I don't know if y'all follow up through that saga of Peach and her coming on here doing these shorts and small videos and stuff like that. But basically, her dad's sister was homeless, and Peach said, "Hey, I'll take you out to the homeless shelter, and you can just watch my kids. I'll pay you, so on and so on. You're my nanny." Girl, you couldn't even hire a professional nanny. Think about that. You couldn't even hire a professional nanny. I doubt very seriously your auntie had CPR. What was that? Not CPR. Yeah, CPR. A CPR certificate. I doubt it very seriously. And then you want to talk about, oh, I gave her almost $4,000 to $8,000 a month. That's no money if she ain't gonna do it right. Every time we go on vacation, she's on vacation. No, you just hired a family member to tag along. See, that's how I know you're not there yet. You're not even in the world of success. You hood rich. That's all. That is the worst part about being some of these YouTubers. They're only hood rich. On the 15th or the 10th, they ass struggling. Y'all, we everyday people. Now I'm not talking for, people that don't have to live paycheck to paycheck. I'm talking about the people I'm actually one of that little quarter of people that have to live paycheck to paycheck. Why? It's because I like nice things. I live in an okay home. I drive an okay car. That's why. Does that make me a bad person? Because I don't make 176,000 a month a year on insurance. Oh, not your insurance, but on YouTube. No, I know how to treat people. I know how to ask when I do certain things on YouTube. I know how to ask and say, hey, can I use your establishment to make content? I know the word no, and it's okay that somebody tells me no. I know how to accept the word no. You can't do this. I know how to accept that. But these other broads, it's always something I'm racist or I love hearing people that don't know procedures. somebody suddenly racist. Why? Why people gotta be racist? You can't just understand no. They don't have something meant against you because you're a YouTuber. They don't even fucking care. They want you out their face. Let me just tell y'all something. When y'all people get on here, y'all YouTubers, and y'all come on here talking about people just don't like you because of your skin color. No, they want you out of their face so they can do their other tasks. They don't have time to babysit y'all. So that man said, hey, you can only buy one phone, Peach. Just understand one phone. Now you and your husband made arrangements to buy another phone because you like, even if he said something like, well, how about this? He's with you. Okay. We'll do 3 transactions. Because I'm assuming you had another baby. So you could even have, I'm one of these people that if I had a 9 to 5 like that, I would probably say, hey, I'm going to do 3 translations and everybody gets a ticket. That's how we're going to go around it. But you was a bitch, and that's the reason why they had the power over you. We want y'all money. And I'm just looking at the real world. People want your money. They do. But they also know when they can get their power for people like you. Y'all, when I tell y'all might not think it's a big deal. But I go to this eatery here by my job. And I'll assume this. If I purchase something, I ask for like some fries. And the lady was like, oh, don't worry about it. I didn't charge you for the fries. I'm like, are you sure? She's like, yeah, you're always nice to me. And I told her this, ma'am, I'm assuming that you probably think I have a nice, well paying job that I don't. And I have it like this because I come here and I'm very nice. But I'm living paycheck to paycheck just like you. Everybody needs niceness. You don't think somebody that works at Best Buy don't need niceness? They don't need an asshole that's going to record them? Everybody needs niceness. So, Peach, like I said before, I'm not wishing death on you. I'm not wishing death, but something's tragic is going to happen to you that you're going to wish. What you're going to have is flashbacks of your foolishness. Your daddy is not your what she's about to take you out. And when I mean take her out, y'all see her melt down. Nothing's going to help her besides the name of Jesus. It's going to help her. Because be honest with you, what happens if something happens to Tracy? I really believe that Tracy is the one that tells her siblings, hey, don't worry about her. Don't worry about her. Don't worry about her. Because like I said before, my brother, if I did that to my brother on my daddy's side, what you did to Edward, baby, I would just have a beating heart because that man would beat the crap out of me. And he didn't do anything to you. It, y'all know that's when it hurts. When you pick on innocent children for content. His son didn't have nothing to do with it. Y'all, I'm being honest. I know people have problems. I understand kids get exposed to things that they don't know how to um, process it. So they react on others. But baby, that little boy don't have nothing to do with you. You couldn't even let him in your home talking about somebody else's. He's on CPS. You supposed to be the bigger person. Y'all, and I can only imagine what she described about that little boy, what he is exposed to, y'all. And that's all I'm thinking. Like, now, can you imagine him being proud that that's his auntie? My auntie is Peach. Hit her like he like, that's my auntie, y'all. That's my auntie. And then she's sitting here just exposing the shit out of him. That is sad. My heart really did go out for Edward and his son. Like, I was like, oh my gosh. And I always say, Peach, something dramatic is going to happen to you that's going to take you out. Not like unlive you. No, it's going to take your mental out. Like, you think that this shit is cute? My husband, my daddy wasn't nothing. Oh, I'm going to my daddy's funeral. Just up and down. Imagine you going through that in real life, like real time, and you by yourself. Y'all don't think I'm joking. Y'all think I'm joking. Go to your city bus transportation. All those crazy people that's talking to themselves, not because they're high on drugs or whatever. Just know that they're by themselves. They have certain spells. They got a whole house. They got family members that can't even get them to come home because they're so in their mind. That's why I'm talking about taking you out. Imagine having that. Now I'm almost a millionaire. I'm 6 figure digits. I got 6 figures. And you walking away one day and your kids are saying, "But why is she homeless? She wants to be like this." I can imagine Peach really being like that. Nobody can't touch you. Nobody. Your mind is somewhere else. Nobody can even help you if they wanted to. Be careful how you treat people. That's all I'm gonna say. Like Peach, like the daddy saga is funny because the family members coming back on it, right? It's funny. The read from her sisters and her brothers is actually funny. We wasn't never gonna plan to put you in a obituary. Y'all, anybody that's going out there or anybody gets a picture of the obituary, please show me how long the is it going to be, like 3 pages of the family, like just his kids alone and his grandkids. I want to see the number of great grandkids, well, grandkids and great grandkids he got. I just want to see the number 22 kids, 24 kids. I need to see the number of that. Okay, I ain't even gonna lie to you. Tampa just alone, if all of his kids live there, Tampa alone should just have a population of McIntyres. Majority getting 25, but Peach, I don't know. When she said she'd rather dance with the little man that got kicked out of heaven, you about to be with that man and that man down here too. You got kicked out of heaven. Keep it up. But my thing is, the biggest thing is now is people that condone certain behaviors. And then next minute, they're like playing with, I don't know how to explain it. They're playing with fire, but they're not playing it. They're not playing with it close enough to get burned, right? So basically, when people like Peach does certain things to people, or she'll say something, a certain behavior, they cheer her on, and then next minute, when they think next minute they're cheering on shenanigans, and then they try to praise or bring God up with certain situations that caused her shenanigans in the first place. Like, for example, Peach was sitting there poking our brothers and sisters and a daddy, and then now you get all these feeds talking about the Lord is with you. Don't allow nobody to stop you from seeing your daddy. The Lord is with who? Y'all better stop lying. Y'all didn't say the Lord was going to be, the Lord is not part of this conversation. I need you to stop. You did not have that same common sense there. But to each his own, y'all. Y'all, I think we had a good time. We had a good time. Like y'all bushwashers, thank y'all. I really appreciate y'all. But sometimes y'all have to just like sit back and like think like, man, I gotta start treating people better. Like Pete just showed me how much I have to start treating people better. Like I'm not one of these hateful people and like, let me talk to your boss. I'm not one of these people. But sometimes I'm very, for example, I find myself sometimes not speaking to the cashier. Sometimes, yeah, my hands in the buggy, my head's in the buggy, but by the time I'm finished the transaction, I probably really didn't say anything to them. I didn't say, "Hey, how's your day?" I probably didn't even say that. Um, I'm just in that process of grabbing my bags and going. Sometimes I find myself I have to stop and ask somebody, "Hey, how you doing? Thank you." Just the small gestures in life to make them feel better. Cause y'all, we going through not just like financial wise, people are really going through things. People are losing family members. Um, People are losing hope, and for us to be like well off or okay, and I even though I say I'm living paycheck to paycheck, somebody might look at me as well off, and I need people to understand we all not like this. Yeah, so if I could have the power, I will unplug Peach channel, like with the hardness, y'all. I will. um, Definitely the new ones. Like I don't talk about her as much, but I used to like her channel, but now I don't. She got snappy, and I don't like snappy YouTubers. When they finally get the numbers that they want, subscribers that they want, and then they suddenly be snappy towards their subscribers. Y'all got to pay attention to that. I really don't like y'all. Mm-mm. I will stop watching you in a heartbeat. I will unsubscribe because I remember when you had nothing, and what built you was the fact, not the fact that you didn't have anything. It's the fact that you was you was on our level. That's a certain difference. Like everybody can be on the same, girl, I understand, level. But when you get that first check, you get a certain increase in life. And when somebody says something to you, you automatically attack them. I don't like that because I feel like that's, somebody can genuinely say, like, y'all see me opening my house, right? And y'all say, well, if you use this with this, well, my cash app is this. So if you want to go ahead and give me that, I'll take it. That is so nasty to me. I don't understand why that is so nasty and it's a turn off for me from channels. But that is like, girl, all she's doing is helping you. Now you feel privileged to tell people you can buy it from me if you want me to have it. Excuse me? She was just giving you pointers. Um, she might be another parent because she also have like family problems too, right? Tracy plus four, plus five. She has family issues with her family. When her grandmother passed away, now suddenly the family, now we could see this storyline coming alive too, right? Um, she does everything for her grandmother. Her grandma passed away, but before grandma passed away, the family tried to stop her from seeing her grandmother or speaking on her grandmother's behalf. Okay, that sounds very believable because, hey, they might know certain things about somebody that we don't know. Y'all know when that camera started rolling, people suddenly have a good intentions to doing right by people, and we don't always see it. So that's a fight over money. Hmm. Money is the root of all evil. But then you'll sit back and say, well, if be honest with you, are you actually a grandmama's girl? Because now suddenly they're looking at you sideways, you know? So, yeah. And then when she snapped on her subscribers, I said, oh, the true person came out. True people come out, on these YouTube streets. Like, hmm. So it is what it is. But yeah, I've been on here for an hour and 30 minutes just chit chatting with y'all. It's been a pleasure, y'all. But again, I don't know. Oh yes, I know what my next video have to be on. And that's QEs. But y'all, I gotta get some more facts. I gotta get some more facts because y'all, I don't know if y'all watch QE, but QE's story about somebody in her house is not sitting right with me, y'all. Yes, I'm gonna be all up in that business right now because something is not sitting right with the fact that Q and Play is staying in her house while she's in Africa, and now she suddenly gotta get this man out the house. Like, hmm, did you go see him? How did he? Y'all, when I tell you, but it kind of explains something as well. Did she get married to that man just to say she got married? And why did it take him so long to come back to her? Now, y'all can say his visa, his passport, all this stuff. But she's American. Why she didn't bring him back? There's a reason why people get married to these Africans when they go over there. I actually have a friend that was married. She's married to an African. And I'd be like, And we've seen them and everything. We've seen pictures of them. And I'd be like, how did you get married to him? But Q, she gave me vibe that she didn't know her husband before she got married to him. Girl, y'all, we gonna talk about this real quick. Now, I don't know if any men on here, but women, I looked at it sideways. So, there's a pastor that was trending from North Carolina, Fayetteville. And of course, I asked somebody, I said, hey, do you know this pastor? Yes, I know him, right? Kobe. And then he told me, so what he's trending is that he have a video of him and his male lover doing the deed. Okay. And what was more funny about the whole video is the fact that I'm assuming, he's in the back door working it the best way he can. But the man that's laying there is like, is this over yet? Like, y'all, his name is Carlos King. Who is it? Carlos King. Troy. Y'all, I messed up with names, but he's a light skinned guy, always talking, girl. I think he's so hot. If he's married, I do apologize. I'm not listening after nobody's husband. But if he's single, he is so cute to me, okay? So, Trey King, hmm you. If you hear this story, you are fine, okay? You fine to me. But if you're married, you ain't fine to me. So, so he talked about this story and he was like, yeah, I saw it all and I didn't want to see it, right? But I just opened it to it and I just noticed that the man that was getting it in was working hard and the other one was just laying there, just holding the camera. Yeah. So the guy that showed me the video is a married man that got it on his phone. Yo, I felt so some type of way about that whole situation. When he pulled out his phone and showed me the video, I said, shut up. And then I thought about it. Why do you have this on your phone, sir? Sir, why do you have this on your phone? Like, aren't you married? Like, sir, why do you have this on your phone? But either way, I don't know no straight man. Now, I could be so wrong nowadays. I don't know no straight man that keeps, you know, something like that on their phone, like two men. Y'all, please help me out. This is a new wave. This is a new life, okay? Y'all gotta understand. You know, I grew up listening to stories about my aunts knowing people in town that they wouldn't say AIDS, they would say the funny man disease. So I grew up saying, "Mama, what's the funny man disease?" You know, I grew up in that time frame. Okay, please excuse me. Okay, so but that is so funny to me. So when you said that, girl, they're coming out of the dark like they roaches. Okay, they are. They're coming out. Like somebody said they had y'all remember the cussing pastor? Now he's on Bigo. He's still cussing, but he's a little raunchier. Like he raunchy. Like, are you sure you was ever a pastor? But he's raunchy. And they said he had a S tape. And I want to see it. I want to find it. I want to find it. Because all that man doing all that cussing, I know he can't keep it in. I know he doing all that cussing. I know he can't do it long. Not for a long time. I know it. But y'all, but when I seen when you had said that, was he Nigerian? It's like was he African? I'm just asking. I'm not for sure if that's the same story I heard. But girl, these, but you know what? I'm a, I feel like I'm okay with the Lord. I'm okay with the Lord. I ain't saying I'm his number one fan. Okay, not like that, y'all. Just being honest. It's real too. Real truth right there. I don't I don't cross every T, and I don't dot every I. So the Lord is still not his favorite. Okay, he's not going to be like, hey, I need you to do this for me. He hasn't. No, I'm not there. Um. But there's some things that I feel like people should automatically be fearful of, like definitely playing with other people's like salvation. You get what I'm saying? Like, yeah, people be playing with people's salvations too much. And you supposed to be a pastor and you doing all this crazy stuff. But to each his own, y'all. But I have to run because 2 o'clock is kicking, and well, it's already 2 o'clock here, but 3 o'clock will be here, and I still haven't done my errands for the day. So I'm about to do my errands, and then I might come back and do a video of Q eats. Cause y'all, like I said before, Q be lying. But I'm trying to get to the bottom of this. Like who y'all can understand. She been in Barbados for 5 months. 5 months. And then she was in Africa for about like I wanna say a good 8 to 7 months. Okay, because there was some time frames that she was going in and out of Africa. Then she got married. Then she stayed there for a couple of months, and then she came back to Delaware. Right, the honeymoon phase was gone. Then she went to Delaware. But at the end of the day, this man was in her house, and I think he's still in the house. So y'all, I'm just trying to understand this story. So I'm gonna look at it. I have to go back and look at it, and then I have to look at play. I have to look at play and what play is doing, and I have to compare like before and after videos to see like his background, because his background will tell you a lot. Okay, because he does some videos. He had done some videos in like last 4 months, but he seemed like he still has like Q's background. Yeah, I know her background was like white wall. It was like a white one, and it was like it was a certain wall, but then you could see like another part of the house if you look at well, however the camera is pointing, right? Easy. But I'll talk to y'all later. And again, I don't know when I'm gonna do Q Eats video, but I'll probably do it soon, like probably this weekend. But I'll talk to y'all later. Y'all are lovely. I promise y'all. If y'all in a good mood, please give me a thumbs up. And if you're not in a good mood, just remember this joke, okay? The Roman walks into a bar, put two fingers up, and said, I need 5 beers. You get it? Now, you get it. If you don't, I see why you have a bad day. But I'll talk to y'all later. Bye.